Would you switch to an electric car if the price dropped? A recent poll of over 5,000 Brits revealed most wouldn't, even if a second-hand electric car price became more affordable. So many drivers are simply not interested in making the switch, despite the lower prices of used EVs in recent years. What is the mystery behind this? It all started with Tesla. When Tesla brought EV into the world, everyone was skeptical, to be honest. But that did not last long. Everyone wanted to go green, and EVs were a great tool for that. Soon, several governments and people came forward to accept the new reality, and things changed forever. Tesla became the leader and set the path for other automobiles. That's a familiar story, we would say. But right after that, Chinese EVs also jumped onto the bandwagon. Now the truth is that other countries wanted to feel included, so they also joined. Tesla, or the new EV idea, was a fresh breath, and people wanted to experience it. There was no stopping it. Experts believe that more affordable used EVs could encourage those who can't afford new cars to make the switch. However, the survey results suggest a bleak future for electric car ownership in Britain, with over 90% of drivers rejecting the new technology. In a recent survey, a staggering 91.64% of people said they would not be tempted to buy an electric car, even if second-hand prices dropped dramatically. Only 6.57% said cheaper prices would make them consider it, and 1.79% was still unsure. Last month, data from AA Cars showed that 16% of drivers said falling prices could make them more likely to buy a used EV in the next 5 years. Another 2% said declining rates could increase their chances of buying one in the next 12 months. Is buying a used EV a good idea? Independent garages have little expertise or equipment to repair EVs, and finding parts can be difficult. Brand new Tata EVs can spend months in the shop waiting for critical parts. Do used EVs make a strong case for themselves? There's no chance. We're still in the very early stages of EVs, and every year manufacturers are making big advances in technology. Reliability is also improving, but it's a big learning curve for car makers, supply chains, and repair shops. Early EV models from all brands have small problems and issues. What's worse is that hardly any independent repair shop has the knowledge or tools to fix EVs. Brand new EVs can spend months in the repair shop waiting for important parts. The main appeal of a used car being less than half the cost of a new car doesn't apply here because of how new the old EV is. The tech is still too new to inspire confidence, but after a few years down the line, we think the polls will reflect a tilt towards depends on the manufacturer, owing to their track record in spares, support, and warranty. Then the main point of concern would be battery health and cost of battery replacement for 5 years or older EVs. Used EVs are stacking up in scrapyards because of a lack of resales that's affecting the new vehicle sales. Owners of EVs equipped with vehicle-to-load systems, the backup power feature that allows cars to act as emergency generators, stepped in to help. Everybody loves a feel-good story, and these tales of EVs coming to the rescue will surely warm the hearts of the industry. Sadly, the industry needs all the good news it can get right now, because it's facing a new and serious hurdle. It appears that drivers aren't interested in buying used EVs. Are green vehicles only good for one lifetime use? Used EVs are being left to grow weeds in China, hiding away as if in shame. They're piling up in scrapyards, and the lack of resales is affecting new vehicle sales. Meanwhile, General Motors is aiming for cheaper batteries and longer driving ranges in their EVs. The value of used EVs is decreasing rapidly in the $1.2 trillion second-hand market, with prices falling faster than those of vehicles running on planet-burning fossil fuels. China provides a cautionary tale. Generous subsidies turn the country into an EV giant, but the lack of a second-hand sales left behind weed-infested graveyards of abandoned vehicles. This has also affected new EV sales, and there's a concern that similar graveyards in the US and Europe could lead conservative politicians to push for cutting aid to the industry. Warning signs emerged in early 2023 when Tesla began aggressively reducing prices to boost sales. This triggered a price war as other manufacturers followed suit, leading to decreased profitability for some and increased losses for others. In Europe, most new vehicles are leased, and the automakers and dealers who finance these deals are trying to recover losses from the plummeting vehicle values by raising borrowing costs. Some of the largest buyers of new cars, like rental firms, are reducing their adoption of EVs because they're losing money on resales, with Sixt removing Tesla models from its fleet. When a car loses 1% of its value, I earn 1% less profit, said Christian Delheim, who leads VW's financial services arm. He said that problems with used EVs could potentially erase billions of euros in earnings for the broader industry. According to Matt Harrison, Toyota's chief operating officer in Europe, there isn't enough demand for used EVs. He said this is really hurting the cost of ownership story. Mobility offerings and ride-sharing startups bought many EVs, but their demand is limited. As EV tech continues to evolve, few people want older models because new ones are significantly better. Additionally, the usual barriers apply to second-hand EVs. Issues like poor charging infrastructure mean that even those concerned about emissions don't want to switch to electric. In 2023, prices for used EVs dropped around a third, compared to just a 5% decline in the overall used car market. Even after significant price cuts, EVs take longer to sell than gasoline-powered cars. Dirk Vedichen von Knapp, who leads a group representing VW and Audi dealers, said prices have to be significantly reduced just to get customers interested in EVs. Most new vehicles are first sold as a company or fleet cars and then enter the private second-hand market 1 to 3 years later. But with orders slowing down even for new EVs, more and more used models are sitting on lots for longer than 90 days. This has made them risk inventory, according to the Deutsche Automobil Treuhand market research company. Another issue is that this is the first time the industry is dealing with used EVs. While it's straightforward to price a second-hand combustion engine car based on its age and mileage, there isn't yet widespread use of tests to assess the quality of an EV battery. With less battery degradation than expected, Teslas can sell quickly in the second-hand market. So share your views with us in the comments below. Hit that like and subscribe button to watch such contents. Until next time.